Good afternoon, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Greg Tech New Horizons. I've done a little bit of work off camera, as always, but this time around I actually got the goddamn iron tank done. It took a fuck ton of work, but I finally got it. And of course the quest bugged out, so that's always fun. So the plan for this episode is we're going to be setting up the iron tank first and foremost, but before that I want to go through my little thought process that I've scribbled down here. I've done a little bit more mining, as I'll show you right here. I found more vanadium there. I actually found more kyanite, which I think one user suggested that kyanite is pretty rare, but it's not useful right now. It's probably used in, I think he said something about it being more useful when you come to the electricity age, I guess. The next thing, I've built a barrel to store all my cobblestone, because after all the mining I have, this chest was pretty much overflowing, and I had so much more cobblestone I wanted to get rid of. I didn't want to get rid of because you never know when you're gonna need it. So I decided to just make a barrel here. Probably gonna make a barrel for the dirt eventually, and even gravel and such. Gonna replace the columns here maybe with the barrels. I've had a little issue with the coke oven, in that I'm producing far more creosote oil than I'm actually using, because I'm using pretty much no creosote oil at all. Because I'm relying on the cotton that's being produced. I can turn it into string and then into wool. Right now I have enough from one more piece of wool, so I can make more torches. Chances are in the future that there's... I'll show you in a bit what I mean. Okay, where's my bucket? There it is. Oink. And that's the thing I want to get to eventually. Put that there, and that piece there. 5 more torches. So I had a panic because it won't produce any more charcoal. It won't burn the wood into charcoal unless there's room for a quarter bucket of creosote oil. At least a quarter bucket. So I went up and came up with a little temporary solution, which is right out here. A little puddle of creosote oil. It's not going to stay there forever, it's going to be there just for the time being until I figure out some other way to store it. I've also dug out a pretty big basement, because I intend to move the iron tank and the machine setup probably down here at some point, because I feel it's more spacious here than upstairs. Over here I've been working on expanding my farm. I'm going to have a secondary a waterfall going between the levels. I know I don't have to do that, but I think it'll look cooler. We're gonna have a second level of farming here, maybe even more than that. Say here, and then we have one there, one there. Just as an example. I also knocked into the I dug into the basaltic mineral sand vein that was here. And I've also been planning on doing a kind of a mining area, in the sense that I will plan is to have tunnels going between the different ore chunks. I don't really have to worry about going outside in order to find them. Because I have so many torches, a fair amount of torches, and since I'm using so much I don't want to use all that creosote oil. I need to find I do need to expand my cotton production, I guess. Either that, or figure out some way to get shares, and by extension having a sheep farm going. But I am... Okay, let's just have a look. Let's just humor me. What do I need to make sheep? Okay, I need iron ring, I need an iron screw, 2 iron plates, 2 sticks. I should be able to do that. 2 plates, 1 screw, 1 ring. That could be doable. I'm not sure if that's a quest, because a lot of the stuff that I'm planning, I have a little hunch that it's gonna end up as a quest at some point. I could do... Okay, double iron plates. Oh, hell no. Now that you're starting to find more and more iron, you feel your wood chests are too small to hold all the stuff in here. No shit! I just explained this. Found and collect. Now it's time to upgrade your chest or to iron chests. You can build a new chest or upgrade the wood chest with a wood to iron chest upgrade. Alright, so this is part of a quest. Okay then. I need to make 4 more of them. That will work. I don't need to have for the ores just yet. I'm getting close to the breaking point though. seeing as my ore chests are getting filled up quite rapidly. So I need to figure out some way to store that. There's a bunch of quests here that I could do. I've also been looking for the goddamn chalcopyrite, but I just can't find it. Like, my luck is just atrocious, I guess. That's the word for it. It's horrible. Which is kind of why I'm thinking of doing the mining tunnel thing, where I'm just gonna be digging underground instead of worrying about running away and getting attacked by monsters during the day. Well, during the night, I mean. Not the day, what I'm talking about. So that's my thoughts. I've also made one of the quests that I had required me to upgrade, like, make a bronze shovel head, which I then assumed would be used for making a bronze shovel, but that's broken, and at this point I want to save all my bronze for machines and get them up and running, first and foremost. So in the meantime, I've made my Digger 9000, made out of flint instead, same principle as the cobble miner. I have one, for example, a bronze pickaxe here that will handle the high-level mining stuff. I also have a cobble miner that will just stand for the tunnel mining and such. That's cheap to replace. The macerator has been going strong, but I think it's time to upgrade here. I need my tools. I need my wrench. I'm gonna need my... Where is it? Steel. Oh yeah, I have the fluid pipes. Okay, right then. I have the iron tank wall stuff. I have all the pieces I need. I hope. Yeah, everything looks fine. I think all I need is my wrench to remove everything. I'm gonna remove the macerator. You've served me well thus far. Hopefully you'll continue to do so. Okay, this is kind of why you're gonna see in a moment why I wanted to move everything down. If you don't know how to make a iron tank from the... Oh crap. I got a little ahead of myself there. Because I want to have the little pipe going below. I'm just gonna use these blocks, why not? We're gonna have... Up. Okay, there, that works. There we go. I'm gonna have the fluid pipes going in like so. I don't think it really matters where when I go into on the macerator. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna do like this. Then we're gonna have the valve going on top. The top, not the side. There we go. Connect that up. Because for some reason I have to do the output at the bottom, but the input can be anywhere, as far as I know. After all, the testing I did confirmed that I only need to worry about the input being... I have to make a hole in my ceiling. The input can be on any side or even the top, but the output has to be at the bottom for some reason. It kind of makes sense. It's kind of like the drain, I guess. Do I not have enough? Oh no, do I not? Do I really not have enough? Or am I just... There we go. That... No, okay. I was worried there for a second. There we go! But I also needed to connect my... I need to connect my boiler to it. Okay, why am I going that far up? It's not that cool. There we go. Now, when I put some more charcoal in, it needs to reheat because I forgot to put more steam in, or rather, more charcoal in. Here we go. Now we have a good supply of steam. Well, now we have a buffer in between, so any excess steam that this will produce will then be put into this one. I don't have to worry about running out of, like, having the... Not that this thing would... I keep fucking this up. Not that the machine here would be using that much steam. Like, I could have run this no problem with the other way. I'm gonna have to do like this because I want to get the other machines going as well. I have some more machines going next to this. Among them, the alloy smelter. Just have a little setup going. I don't really need the smelter right now, but I think it's just good to have it at the moment. And why can't I interact with it? Okay, there it is. Okay, never mind then. So now we have just a simple basic iron tank setup, where we now can have a storage area for any steam that's produced. So whenever this one kind of overheat, like makes excess steam, everything will be sent out and stored into this tank. And then we have a kind of little buffer between the machines and the boiler. I don't have to worry about running out of steam anytime soon. I can have a lot more steam going. So if I guess I run out of charcoal, this one will just drop any steam it has over in the tank, and then the machine can still be operational for a little while until I can get my bearings again and get this fixed. And then my other plans were to set up some more machines. I've been working on the compressor, but the reason I'm looking for chalcopyrite is because I'm gonna need a lot of bronze, and tin I have plenty of. I have a lot of tin deposits close by that I can use, but the malachite stuff I get from the brown limonite ore it's not a whole lot, so I need to figure out where the chalcopyrite is. And the RNG in this, it's not good. I've also been trying to mark out a couple of these ore chunks that I figured out. This one I had unmarked, that's now marked as the kyanite. This one is the cassiterite, and I still have some, like one there, and I got one there. I think I got one there as well. So the plan for today's episode, we already done the iron tank, set that up. I don't want to do any mining on camera because that's just going to be boring, I feel. But the plan is to do some kind of tunnel system. Like I'll be digging down from this ore chunk right here. I'll be digging down to the graphite, as you can see up in the upper right corner of the screen on the minimap. Then I'll be digging from the graphite vein over to, for example, the rock salt vein, which is over here, and then I'll have the rock salts over here. Just as an example of my kind of train of thought here. I want to be able to reach them at any time of the day, you know? Without having to worry about going outside and just fighting off whatever mobs are outside. That's kind of what I'm thinking from that standpoint. I want to get a lot of more quests done. And I've also been thinking of maybe we could extend that with a minecart system. Minecarts are fairly easy to make, if I remember correctly. Okay, maybe not that easy to make. There's wooden... Okay, we have Steve's carts installed, so we could possibly do some of that. Requires iron minecart wheels, which require rings. It's fairly... I guess it's fairly expensive to make, but it's not exactly difficult, I'd say. Then there's wooden tracks, if I remember correctly. Yep, there is. From the railcraft, which requires wooden rails and wooden rail beds. So where all the creosote oil, and it's full again. Dang it! I need to fucking empty that out again. I need to find something to use the creosote oil on. For example, the track systems, I guess. But that needs iron screws, and I did find a iron vein, like further over here. Here it is, brown limonite, which is by definition the iron ore. I have the pistons that I needed. I have the bricked bronze hole I need for the compressor. But the one thing that I feel like is my bottleneck is malachite, or if I'm lucky enough, find some chalcopyrite. That's the problem I have with this. Like, I need to go out and look for more chalcopyrite, but at the same time, I could just use whatever resources I have here. For example, I could just yoink all the pipes I have here, use it on the recipe. But still, I want to keep them going whenever I can. So that doesn't become a bottleneck. Do I have any more malachite? I don't think I do. No, we have magnetite, but not malachite. How about in this one? Do I have any malachite? No, I don't. Okay, so how about... No, I don't want to look at the dispenser. I want to look at this. Okay, I have one more piece of malachite ore I can turn into. I have some copper ore here. This is 6 pieces if I turn this back to dust, so I have Where did I leave my mortar? This will give me 6 pieces of bronze, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but unless I can make bronze from the alloy smelter, then maybe I should be doing that instead of... Let's see, bronze ingots. How do you make them? Can I make them with the alloy smelter? That's the question. Should be able to. Yeah, I can do that with that. Can I... Oh. Oh. I should really be using the alloy smelter then. Damn it, I've been wasting all my fucking resources. That is a bummer. Well, we have bronze dust here. That sucks. Yeah, I'll just waste 10 seconds of this charcoal, why not? Okay. I guess I should have gotten the alloy smelter up and running sooner. Well, you'll live and you learn. I'll be fucking making it from that basic recipe this entire time. Which I guess was a big no-no, since I just ended up wasting a lot of resources on that. For every 4 or so, I lose 1. Every 4 or so recipes, I'll be missing out on 1 piece of bronze. Well, that sucks. I guess I should have gotten the alloy smelter up and running as well. But at least now I have the iron tank going. We're gonna be setting out on a... There's not a lot of time. Maybe I should be doing the my thought process there. Like the one with tunnels and such. Because I want to be able to have access to my mining shafts at all time, like all these. I'm at Y57 right now, so I think that's a good enough area, a good enough layer to start on. If I do something like this, how about we do something like this? It's gonna be a basic tunnel like this, going in this direction down through the ore line, I guess I can call it. In the sense that there's gonna be, along this entire row, there's gonna be ore chunks every third or so chunk. Well, minus this one because there's like only 1 in between because of the ore 00 being right here. I'm gonna be having a tunnel system going like this, sort of. That's my little thought process. Let's see, if we put like this. Okay, I'm gonna have a little access down here a bit to the lower levels of this chunk because I want to. There's more ore to be found at the bottom here. Replicate what I do here. Just put this in like so. I've also been thinking, are these small ores? I haven't seen any evidence to prove that theory, but okay. And of course we have gravel, the bane of my existence. I've been thinking about all these small ores that I find every so often, like these ones. Like, are they some kind of indication of what I could be finding down below? Like, as I'm mining, like, the initial mine shaft down from the top floor all the way down? Could that be a kind of marker for what kind of ores I could expect to find? Like, for example, I'll be finding lots of small redstone ore if I'm in a vein with redstone. I'll be finding... Oh, damn it. I'll be finding more... What's the word? I'll be finding, for example, banded iron, small banded iron ore when I get close to a banded iron ore vein, or... You know what I'm getting at. Or are they just randomized every time? I have a feeling they're randomized every time, but at the same time we got small redstone ore, for example, from a... Okay, let's... Example in point. The lazarite ore that I found, which was somewhere over here? There it is. This ore chunk here. Because as I was digging down this initial mine shaft, I found small lazarite ore or something of that name. I think I remember something like that, which kind of led me to the theory that I get kind of the small ores as small little markers. Like, I know they're just intended to be used for... Of course. Guess I'm digging towards the ocean over here. It wouldn't make sense that I'm finding... It would make sense that I find water below the ice. Because maybe 57 was that good of an idea to start at this point. Maybe if I dig down a little bit. Yeah, maybe I should just do that. Just drop it down a little bit. At least while I'm over at the, when I'm below the ocean. And that requires mine. This is why I made 2 pickaxes, because one has mining level 3, which is 10. This one only has, at the most, copper level mining. So I'll be grabbing all the small ores, most of the small ores and these basic minerals here. But the more difficult ones, like the Fuller's Earth, for example, will be picked up with the bronze pickaxe. I want to empty out all this and patch this up. I guess we can just work on the farm then this episode, just to do something productive instead of just walking around talking about nonsense. God damn it! All my tools keep breaking on me. I think I'm just timing this wrong. What? During all this quarantine stuff that's been going on, like a lot of places have been locked down. For example, everyone's been quarantined and not allowed to be traveling outside of their country because they want to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Same goes with the same goes with here, because we want, like, everyone who's not exactly all those who can work from home are sent home to work from there. Those who are in, for example, medical professionals, for example, are needed at the hospitals and such, so they aren't exactly allowed to go home all that much. Everyone else with jobs, like office jobs and such, they'll just be working from home. But in that enlightenment, I still have online classes. I didn't get away from school, apparently. So I still have classes like 9 AM in the morning on every day, and then I have a couple other meetings on Mondays and Fridays. But I'll try my best to get a video out like all of the days, like whenever I can. But most of my focus, I think, will just be on Twitch, because that's where I'm. Like I said, I'm an affiliate there. I do a lot of. I want to do streams every weekend from now on. And now with the quarantine, I feel that's more kind of availability for me to do streams, so I'm gonna try to be doing streams whenever I can. But if you don't already follow me there, I highly suggest you do. I do streams every other weekend usually, but now with the quarantine, I might be able to do more streams more often. I feel like YouTube in and of itself, I feel like I'm only cranking out one video per weekend, or not per week, I guess. So I guess I could be improving there, but at the same time, I just don't know what I want to record. And right now, it's definitely gonna be this series, of course, but I just don't know if there's any other games. Wait, fill this up first. If there's any other games that I could possibly record, because I don't think my computer could like barely handle some of the other games that I have. I mean, also, like they couldn't handle both recording and playing the game. The game itself is too strenuous for the PC. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we got a bunch of steam going here. Jesus! I might need to start processing more ores. What could I possibly process? We could do the cassiterite ore, because it's tin and I'm gonna need it for bronze. I'm gonna open this valve, and I'm gonna put where did I put it? There it is. That in, let that macerate away. I'm gonna empty my inventory again, because it's full for some goddamn reason. There we go. And I need to figure out some way to, like, somewhere to put this creosote oil. I have, like I said in the beginning, I have the pond out here I can just fill up, but I need to get a tank system going for that as well. At some point. Could probably work on another iron tank, but based on how much iron that cost me, I'm gonna be mining that iron vein empty. I'm gonna be mining it dry, I guess, for the foreseeable future. What else can I do? Let's see. Steam. We have. I could. The steam boiler is not that important. I want to do the steam furnace, but I also want to do the compressor, because that opens up a whole lot more. I have one more plate. I need at least 5 more, which means 10 more bronze. I need to find more copper. Copper. How do you get that again? Like, what possible sources are there? Copper ore. Crushed copper ore, for example. No, that's gonna be only the copper ore. Just copper then. Copper ingot. It seems I need either malachite or just chalcopyrite. Chalcopyrite I've yet to find. I've been looking everywhere for it, but I just can't find it. I guess my luck is just that bad. I'm getting to the point where I've reached the end of where I can go before dark turns, I guess. I'm starting to get to the point where I can't walk any further than this, for example, and then trying to dig out however far I need to go, then return and go back to my base before it gets dark. So I need to get a tunnel system going, I guess. I've also been thinking of doing a kind of Greg Tech New Horizons live stream. It's not going to be on YouTube, it's mostly going to be on Twitch, so I'm going to be probably going to do a stream for this mod pack at some point. So yeah, we're going to have a tunnel going north. We're going to have one going east. We're going to have one going west as well, but I'm not sure if I'm going to cut into this part here or if I would just want to go around. In the sense that I'll just go back here a little bit, and then go westward, for example. Maybe there, unless that... No, that should be fine if I go one block in. Something like this. Ooh, spooky sounds. Patch this up a little bit. There we go. Gonna have one tunnel going this way. We're gonna have one tunnel going that way, this way, and that way. This one's going to be the most difficult, in my opinion, because there's going to be water I need to take care of. But this way we'll have easier access to everything. We will... I'll be able to go through here at night, without having to worry about any monsters above me. Unless I'm that stupid and find gravel on top. If my luck is that bad, then I'll find gravel and it will drop down a monster or a creeper, for example. Knowing my luck, that's probably going to happen. But yeah, I also remember don't I have a loot bag upstairs that I want to open up because I want to end the episode right now. Getting a slight headache, so I think I'm just gonna do that. There it is. And what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? I mean, that's not exactly bad. Got 2 more wrenches, 2 more iron wrenches, so I've got plenty of those now. So I've saved myself a bunch of iron, so that's not exactly a bad drop, I would say. So that's where I'm going to end the episode, unfortunately. We've set up the iron tank. We've discussed the future, kind of, future plans. I need to find out how to fix... I need to fix the creosote problem that I have. We're going to be building some tunnels. I don't know if that's going to be done on camera. I might do a... Now that I think about it, I could do a little kind of time-lapse video where I'll record what I do off camera, and then I'll do... like a commentary on top of that afterwards. I mean, that could be possibly interesting, I would say. Like, you'll get to see what I do off camera, kind of. But you won't have to watch it like full length. You'll see the time lapse kind of it. That's why I've been thinking of having the camera going, for example. I think there was a mod called like third-person camera. Oops. I don't remember the name of it right now. A camera mod, probably. It'll just, like, it's an in-game mod that allows me to record kind of just a third-person view from what I do. That could be interesting, now that I think about it. Just show you what I've been doing off-camera instead. Like, have, like, intermission episodes, I guess. And we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then feel free to leave a like. If you didn't, then feel free to leave a dislike. And if you like the content and want to see more of it, then do hit the subscribe button. So, until next time, hunters, join me on my next hunt, which is going to be either in the form of streams or another video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.